Hello everybody, welcome to the Wonky Angle where I talk about electronic music, both new and old, and today I'm doing a quick video on the new EP from 808 State called Initial Granada Report. Okay, I know this isn't a proper video with good audio and stuff because there's really not much to analyze with this, but it had to get a video because this was not a comeback I had been anticipating, and it is one that I am insanely excited for. I mean, 808 State is probably in my top 10 favorite bands ever. There's not a single misstep in their main 6 albums. They have one of my 4 10 out of 10s in their 5th album, Don Solaris. I did a discography review on them that I'll link in the description. But their last album, Outpost Transmission, came out all the way back in 2002. And they've just kind of been sitting on their laurels since. And I had kind of just accepted that and wasn't too bothered since their discography was so bulletproof. But here they are again for their first release of actual new music in 17 years. I think that's right, at least. And I did a massive double take when they announced this thing, like, holy crap. 808 State are back. I was not at all expecting a comeback from these guys. So yeah, for now it's just this little EP, but I will just cut to the chase and say, I really liked this EP. That said, I feel like you kind of got to go in knowing what you're actually getting, because this isn't more similar stuff to Don Solaris or XL or 90. No, it's pretty clearly a throwback to, like, specifically the new build era. Like, the teaser single they released, Tokyo Tokyo, kind of let me know right away what I was getting into. It's the most blatant in terms of throwback sounds. The acid house stuff sounds like it's pulled right out of 1988. And the vocal sample they use throughout is maybe a little grating, but whatever. I heard this when it dropped, and I was like, sure, I'm game for more new build type stuff. This is a pretty nice banger. Sure, that's probably my least favorite era of 808 State's career. New build is definitely an acquired taste, especially if you're like me and initially went into their later stuff like XL and all those. But that sound did click with me a lot more after I actually made my video on new build. So yeah, I didn't actually have any problem with this sound. It'd have been pretty astonishing to me if they managed to make something unlike they've ever done before at this really late point in their career. They've been around for like 30 years, come on. Thankfully though, if you were disappointed by Tokyo Tokyo, I do also think that that was the weakest of the 4 tracks here. The other ones deliver similar formulas that happen to be a bit more fun to listen to. The opener, Ujala, or however you say that, that's a little more fun and bouncy, and the fantastic sample is much less grating. And there's like a mini change-up near the end, too, that I thought was cool. Planetin, also not precisely mind-blowing stuff, but it does really well in that, like, really old-school acid house sound, with slightly more toned-down groove than the other ones. But the big showstopper on here was without a doubt the final track, Bataglia, which turns up this tempo significantly and combines those old new build sounds with, like, some sounds you'd hear in maybe some of the noisier bangers from Outpost Transmission, like Quincy's Lunch and all those. And it just goes so hard, like those big synth stabs and guitars just blast through everything, and it is absolutely incredible. By far the best track in the bunch. So, yes, I liked this EP a lot. It's not the greatest thing I've ever heard from them, but I think more than anything it's something to, like, get me hyped that they're back making new music at all. If this eventually culminates in, like, a 7th album later down the line, I am all in for that. I think they're going to be releasing another EP really soon, and I'm excited for that too. But yes, I'm mostly just glad to have these guys back in the game. On Initial Granada Reports, I am overall feeling a 7.7 out of 10. It's really good. But of course, this is just my opinion. You can feel free to disagree with it, but I'd like to hear your thoughts, so leave the comments in the comment thing down there. Shout out to my Patreon supporters. They're awesome people. You want to add yourself to that list or make me review something, a link to my Patreon is in the description. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all for today. See you next time.